We want to apologize to the generality of Nigerians, officially now coming from me as Minister of Power, that for this temporary issue that is leading to hardship being experienced, especially during this dry season, where there is so much heat everywhere, where businesses are also being affected, where schools have been affected, where industries have been affected. It is not our wish to find ourselves in this situation. But it's some factors that's actually beyond our control. But we are not relenting. We are working on it 24/7 to make sure that we go back to the trend, to the trajectory of 2025, whereby you praised us, whereby you commended us for a good job well done. And we can imagine if we could provide such service in 2025, this is 2026, this is when we'll be willing to even do more, to even do better as we are close to the election year. So, except that we cannot help it, that's why we find ourselves here. But I can assure you that in the next few weeks, all this will be over.
To our dear Minister of Power, Adelabu, it's unfortunate that among all the high stakeholders in Nigeria, President Tinubu did not see a valid personnel to pick other than a criminal like you. Bayo Adelabu, you are a very wicked human being. Let's state the fact, you are evil. No wonder the people of Oyo could not elect you into the governorship seat of Oyo State, because they knew how crooked you were. And it's unfortunate that the president, still had to pick you as the Minister of Power. Since 2023, you were appointed by President Tinubu. There is no impact in Nigerian electricity grid. Nothing. To the extent the president has even lost faith in your administration and thinking of even going to build solar panel in the presidential villa. Do you know how much Nigerians has been spending on electricity, on how to get power for their businesses, their institutions, and everything they do? We all know for the fact, you yourself as a minister, by your so-called ugly name, Adelabu, saying you are coming out to apologize, stupid apologies, that you are sorry the Nigeria should give you 2 weeks because you know your ambition going for a governorship seat in 2027 in Oyo State. You see how foolish you are. And to the people of Oyo State, look, if you fall to the trap of this man, Oyo is gone. That is just the truth. He should not be any means elected to the governorship of Oyo, because this ministerial role that was given to him was just a test and he has failed. He could not, with the million, see, I would state the number of funds and budget that was allocated into the electricity, to the grid, and electricity, the electricity power sector in Nigeria. I will state the funds and amount of money that was supplied into the power sector in Nigeria under the administration of Adelabu, and yet Nigeria cannot boast of electricity. The whole country is suffering an electricity problem. Businesses are not moving again. Okay, even the so-called generator, diesel and all of that Nigerians are depending on. Look at the increase of fuel hike now. Do this leader do they want to kill us or what? I don't just understand. Okay, when he came into when he was appointed as Minister of Power, the first amount of funds that was allocated into the institution, we are talking about in 2024, 344.1 billion naira for increase of a tariff so that Nigerians will start having light. Now, in 2025, there was 2 trillion naira that was implemented into the same sector, which was splitted to 150 billion and 269.7 billion and thereabout out of the 2 trillion. Then in 2026, there was a proposed budget for 1.1 trillion naira into the sector for rural electricity and so many other spaces in the country, so that Nigeria should start having constant light. Okay, outside that one, there was a emergency scale up that was also brought into that same sector, $750 million, so that Nigeria should start having electricity, which cost Nigeria 17.5 million, that 17.5 million Nigerians will have at least constant electricity in various states and different localities. Now, World African Development Bank also gave a loan of $500 million so in 2024, so that Nigeria will start having constant electricity. There was an economic governance and emergency transition support for that, yet nothing to show for it. Now, World Bank gave Nigeria $200 million for just support. So this is not a loan. I dash una, make una take repair una light, make Nigeria for the get constant electricity. Now, Nigeria is a country that supplies almost all neighboring countries electricity. Those other countries, they do get constant power supply, like Togo, Niger, I even heard as far as Ghana. And Ghana, these countries are having constant electricity supply. We, the suppliers, are suffering electricity problem. Nigeria cannot boost up constant electricity for one whole year. Ghana are celebrating 60 years of constant electricity power supply. Nigeria cannot boost off just 1 year, even 1 month. People are spending millions buying solar, spending thousands of naira buying generator, spending thousands of naira buying fuel every day, every single day for business, just to enjoy in your own home. You have to buy fuel, and look at the cost of fuel now. Yet you buy all of this and you will still be paying electricity bill for light you are not using. And the idiot is coming out to apologize to Nigerians. I'm sorry, we are sorry, because he has interest. He's going for governorship campaign in Oyo State. He's about to retire from the ministerial role and go contesting for governorship. And I just hope the people of Oyo State will not be foolish and stupid enough to elect this useless man. See, Adelabu, it will never be well with you wherever you are. It will never be well with you for putting Nigerians in darkness. I tell you, a lot of people were born in this blackout situation, and many of them died in this same blackout situation. Most people who are alive today will not witness when Nigeria will start experiencing constant electricity. I bet you, most people who are alive today, even him that was given the role as a minister of power, will die when Nigeria will not even start having constant electricity. It's unfortunate. And to the so-called dear president, please, when you are appointing people, stop neglect the fact that they are from your tribe or from your state, your sub-region. Please elect people who are competent of the job, people who are ready to work, people who are ready to serve Nigeria with their heart, not a criminal like this so-called Adebayo, whatever his name is. So please, I beg, Nigeria government, please, I beg, stop appointing lunatics, stop appointing fraudulent individuals to become ministers of this country, because Nigerians are really suffering while these people are looting. I'm calling on the EFCC, I'm calling on the DSS to please apprehend him before it is too late. It's unfortunate that our so-called security agencies, is after when they left power that they are being apprehended. So please, just as people captured El-Rufai and disturbing Malami up and down, let this Adebayo, this minister of power, should let him be apprehended. Let him give account of those funds that was allocated into his administration for Nigeria to have constant electricity. Please, thank you very much. A word is enough for the wise. And for the people of Oyo State, I beg of you, be very sensitive. This man is coming to loot the whole of Oyo State. Seyi Makinde has really done well. So anybody that will come behind Seyi Makinde should do better. Should do more beyond what Seyi Makinde has done. So if you think, no wonder he was not even given the governorship role of Oyo State, because the people of Oyo knew that he's a crook. So it's a shame on you, Adebayo. It was even a test, and look at you have failed. Common minister of power, you could not deliver. I pay huge amount of money for light bill, and yet I don't even see a single light. My phone, I have to take it outside to charge. Different kind of problems Nigeria are suffering in the case of electricity.